Alright, here's the highly anticipated rematch between Randy Couture and James Nightbulb Toney. James Toney says he's been working on his grappling, and that since the last time they fought. We'll see if James Toney's telling the truth. Right now they get into an early clinch. And Couture gets the early takedown. But look at James Toney's guard. And a reversal by James Toney. Wow, that's already a huge improvement from Toney. Now he stacks up Randy Couture. Now both fighters are back up on their feet. A good combination by Randy Couture there. Randy Couture promised that he's going to box James Toney a lot more in this fight. And right, just like that, you see Couture doubling up with his jab and doing some babbing and weaving. Doubling up with the jab is Toney, but missing. This is a slagfest right now. Good combination by Toney and a right hand by Couture. This is not Couture's fight. He says he's going to give Toney his opportunity. He's certainly doing that. But Toney is out boxing. And a huge uppercut by James Toney and a kick to the head. And Couture is in huge trouble right now. Now Couture is at the bottom side, half mount, full guard now. And Couture reverses the position. Good right hand to the side of the head by Couture there. Now doing a little bit of ground and pound. Toney's fighting back a little bit from the bottom guard position. Some short body punches by Randy Couture. A right hand to the head, to the side, to the head. Now he's got side control. This is where Randy Couture needs to keep the fight. But Toney manages to get back up. Couture is without overhand right. Lands a left kick to the leg. And back up Toney with his own kick. And a jab and a right hand. Now this is a fight. And Toney is in trouble now. What a huge left hook by Couture there. And a right hand. Can he finish James Toney right now? Wow. And Toney manages to grab Randy. That was the first time I've ever seen James Toney get seriously hurt in a professional fight. Some knees to the body by Randy there. Now this is a fight, much better than the first one. That was not even a fight. Look at that. Look at those body shots by Randy Couture. And all credit to James Toney. He's the main reason we got ourselves a fight here. He's really been working on his grappling. He looks very comfortable there on the ground, and he's defending himself pretty well. Even though we just saw Randy Couture pound his rib cage there. Stiff jab by Toney. And he denies Randy Couture the clinch. Look at those jabs thrown by James Toney. And to Couture's credit, he's taken some pretty big patches from James Toney in this fight. Look at that sprawl by James Toney. Wow. Amazing. And a right hand by Couture stuns Toney just for a little bit. Another right hand by Toney. And Toney denies Randy Couture again. Toney is showing some really good takedown defense against one of the best takedown artists in the sport. Randy's beginning to take some punishment now from James Toney. Couture really can't slug with Toney here. He needs to take Toney down as soon as he can. He's eating some punches now, just like that. And a huge right hand by Toney, and Randy Couture is out on his feet. Can Toney finish him? And Randy Couture manages to grab Toney. And now Toney's trying to get side control here. And he's got full mount on Couture. And wow, Couture reverses the position pretty quickly. Wow, I can't believe it. Toney was able to mount Randy Couture. Some more ground and pound from Randy. And I think he wants to keep the fight on the ground right now. He's taking way too many punches, if you ask me. I think Couture has made his point that he can hang with James Toney in the stand-up. But now, Couture needs to go back to fighting his fight, which is the ground and pound on the ground. And the reversal by James Toney. Wow! And he escapes. Now he stacks up Couture again and backs off. Triple left hook by Toney. Missed with the uppercut there. Right hand by Couture. Good leg kick there and a jab. Body shot by Toney. And doubled it up with a right hand to the head. What? Did James Toney just get Couture in a guillotine choke? Unbelievable. The first submission attempt comes from James Toney. Wow, he countered that double leg with a perfect guillotine choke. James Toney is just full of surprises in these fights. Look at those combinations by James Toney. I think Couture is a little bit worried now. I don't think he expected this fight to be as competitive as he is right now. And look at that. James Toney's takedown defense has been phenomenal in these fights. Not only that, the times that he has been taken down to the mat, James Toney managed to get back up and defend himself intelligently. Good body shots by Toney. And there's the takedown by Couture, but he had to take a lot of punches to get that takedown. It's really hard to say who's winning this fight at this point because both fighters have had their moments. I would say that perhaps Toney would have just the slightest advantage in these fights so far, and I can't believe I'm saying that. I'm not sure how much damage Couture is really doing on the ground right now. Toney's defense is pretty good. I think Toney's able to take those short little arm punches with no problem. Now, can he get this fight back up again? Yes, he can. And look at Randy Couture's face. It's a bloody mess. That's the result of those creeps boxer punches from James Toney. And he got him in the clinch finally. Couture has Toney on the ropes. Here's some dirty boxing from Randy Couture, but James Toney would have none of it. A leg kick by James Toney. Fighters trade jabs. There's another stinging jab by Toney and a left hook. And Couture, I think, just stumbled right there. And a huge left hook by Couture, and James Toney is seriously hurt. And he's trying to follow up Couture, and it's over. He has knocked out James Toney. Unbelievable. Randy Couture stops James Lightbulb Toney. With the massive left hook, he hurt James Toney, and he fouled it up with that brutal ground and pound, and it's over.